Albert Breer, the Monday morning quarterback at NBC Sports Boston, joining us on the Dan Patrick Show. Moving down to Tampa, what are the long-term ramifications? We know short-term, Dirk Cutter wants to win games and will probably go with Ryan Fitzpatrick as starting quarterback. But if they stick with Fitzpatrick for the foreseeable future, what is the money issue, the signing issue to keep Jameis Winston on that team or jettison him and move on from him?
Well, I mean, they don't really have honestly, like, there's not much logistically that would prevent them from moving on from him after this year outside of injury. Like, if he's hurt and he can't pass a physical in March, well, that was the risk in picking up his option, And so, that's if he's injured, then you're on the hook for the $20 million. If he's healthy, if he gets to the end of the season healthy, then you don't need to do anything, And so I actually don't think that this is. And look, no one's going to say that Dirk Cutter and Jason Light and all those guys, their jobs are on the line. No one's going to say that's not the case, right? So, I mean, I actually look at this as sort of a halfway positive development for them. And here's what I mean. I think there are three outcomes here as long as you stick with Fitz. It's one, you ride the hot hand, and and Fitz brings you to the playoffs. So that's number one. That's a positive development. That saves everybody's job. Two, Jameis gets, Jameis is really motivated behind Fitz, does all of the right things, and, then Fitz, it takes a wrong turn in November, and you got to go to Jameis, and you're getting the very best out of Jameis, who at that point is playing for his career, and maybe that saves your jobs. And then the third one is, that Jameis doesn't take this as seriously as he should, and Fitz doesn't play well. And then Jameis comes in and he doesn't play well either, and everyone gets fired, which I think would have been the case anyway if Jameis didn't play well this year, and at least then the organization has a answer on Jameis. And if the answer is that he's just not very good after 4 years, then everyone was getting fired anyway, because that's what happens when you draft a guy number one overall and you strike out on him. So, like, I actually look at this and I say to myself, in a weird way, you can lay out three conclusions, and those three conclusions you can logically say, well, the one bad one, is inevitable anyway if you strike out on a quarterback that high in the draft, and the other two might save the guys' jobs.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.